Hello, and welcome back to week 13 of Monday Diaries. To begin, I'd like to recap last week. Last week was my first week back at work following the break between Christmas and New Year's. Speaking of New Year's, I had a great trip to the mountains with my friends and spent a lot of time playing board games and catching up, which was a lot of fun. We also spent a decent amount of time outside hiking. I spent the end of the week going back to work. It feels good to get back in the swing of things again. I also made a lot of good progress on Chapter 2 of my Machine Learning Master's course. In this chapter, I'm exploring satellite data, and I'm really excited about the Earth observation aspect of this, including the image segmentation that goes along with it. This whole field is why I went down this climate machine learning master's rabbit hole in the first place. So I hope to make the most of this chapter and learn some cool things and share them. This upcoming week, I'm going to continue working on that and might travel down to Florida to see a rocket launch, which is the first one that I'll have ever seen in person and is related to a project that I've been working on at work. So I'm very excited about this unique opportunity. My big idea for this week is to remember to ask why. Curiosity is a trait of mine that I've really begun enjoying. Through this, I've been able to learn so much about myself and the world around me. Being curious allows me to pick up on things and ask questions about things that might be even unrelated to what I'm currently pursuing. For example, I learned about the power of consistency through my adult sports leagues like soccer and kickball because I realized that the only purpose for playing those two sports was to spend time with my friends and to have fun while doing them. But in doing so, both teams I was on won championships and got promoted to the next divisions. Through this, I learned about the power of consistency, but I wouldn't have been able to associate consistency with playing these two sports if I hadn't been curious about what the common denominator was between winning championships in both of those leagues. Lastly, one piece of advice when going down the rabbit hole of asking why, and that is that it's okay to accept that you might not know the answer and move on. And that leaves us with a question to ponder for the week. Before presenting the question, I'd like to read a quote by F. Scott Fitzgerald, author of The Great Gatsby. He said, "The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function." So my question to you is, do you have the ability to hold two opposing ideas in your mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function? That's all for this week. I hope you have a great week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye bye.